Hi there, it's Sylvie. One of the questions I get asked is how do you end a juice fast? And it's actually a really important question because you've spent all this time and all of this effort putting energy into healing your body. You want to maintain that and you want to not do damage. So my advice is to go from your juicing to smoothies, and green smoothies are my go-to, at least for a day or two, because then you're introducing soluble fibre and you're restarting your digestive system again. I had to check whether I said the right fibre, soluble fibre, because it's insoluble in a juice, and soluble fibre is what activates your digestive system. So you want to activate that digestive system, and you want to do it slowly. Then I'm still keeping juices in my diet. Then I move to really simple foods. So if you have an autoimmune disease or something that's been bothering you, now is a really perfect time to do an elimination diet, and I can talk about that at another time, to work out what foods you're actually allergic to, or you might not be allergic to them, your body might just not tolerate them, or they might exacerbate symptoms. So for example, I can't cope with tomatoes or the whole nightshade family, because they're inflammatory and they aggravate my body, so I steer clear of them. I don't always, because I really like them, I also really like potatoes, but I try and minimise how much of those I have. So I have a plant-based diet, and years ago I read the book The Man Who Lived Through 3 Centuries, and also the China study, and that really changed the way I looked at nutrition. The China study, I kind of tell a lie there. I audio booked it, because you could literally keep a door open with it. It's massive and it's got lots of scientific information, and as an audio book I could just take that information in easier. If you want something to fall asleep with, then read the book. The other thing that I do is incorporate probiotics. So I make my own kvass, kombucha, apple cider vinegar, and ferments. So sauerkraut and pickled vegetables. They're really important because of the gut flora benefit you're going to get from them, and they're something that should be in your diet anyway. They're ridiculously expensive in the shops, and they're really easy to make. So Google some recipes and give them a go. Depending on where you are in the world is going to change how your ferments work. That's a whole nother story. So then once you've gone off of your juice fast and you've done your smoothies and you've started your transition, then my diet is a plant-based diet, and I like to have predominantly raw. So The Man Who Lived Through 3 Centuries is an awesome book to read and well worth it, and I cannot cover all of it, but he basically researched the longest lived people in the world, and what he found was that they had 2 meals a day. We found out lots, but this is the food part of it. Didn't have refined sugars, and they ate seasonally, and 3/4 of their plate was raw, fresh vegetables, and 1/4 of their plate was concentrated food. So if you are a carnivore, then the palm of your hand is all you should be eating, and for me, that's the portion size of cooked food that I'm eating. and the rest is all leafy greens and salads. And really, you only need the 2 meals a day. The 3 meals a day is, where did that come from? And all of us have different bodies. Like some of us are grazers, like my daughter can't eat a massive meal because she's tiny, so she needs to graze. And whereas my son will wake up and he won't be hungry until lunchtime, so he starts his day every day with a carrot juice, and then starts eating later in the day. It's the listening to your body. So limit your portion size, make sure you're eating seasonally, make sure you're getting that proportion of vegetables to concentrated food. I also am a proponent of the alkaline diet, and there's lots of books on them. There's pH ones, but basically the alkaline, the way to achieve an alkaline diet is to eat predominantly vegetables. I eat legumes, and I know a lot of people with autoimmune diseases don't, but I love them, so I eat them. And I do heaps of sprouting. I sprout just about everything. I do trays of snow pea sprouts and trays of sunflower sprouts, and I also sprout lentils, sunflower seeds, quinoa, buckwheat, millet, whatever I can get my hands on, I'll sprout it. Amaranth. Grain-wise, the only grains we have are rice, and that's preferably wild rice or organic brown basmati rice. They're the two that are alkaline. Millet, quinoa, which, to be honest, if I never have quinoa again in my life, I'll be okay. I've definitely overdone it. And amaranth, and I think there's a couple of others that have just come out. But they're the alkaline grains. All the others are actually acidic forming, unless sprouted. So when I make a seam bread, I'm sprouting my wheat, so it's an alkaline forming grain. It's not an acidic forming grain. So that's basically what I do. Keep up your hydration. The other thing that I would suggest is to have either a juice day a week or a juice week season, or just again listen to your body. Keep juicing as a thing that you can go back to, because if you can go back to juicing at any time, that journey back to health, and your body will remember that. So don't think that just because you've done a juice fast, that's all you need to do. The maintenance of your body after that is really important, and it's definitely another video. But the maintenance of your body is just not your physical well-being. It's also your physical fitness, but it's also your mental well-being, and that's one I'm still working on. And I struggle with daily, and even though I'm smiling and looking happy and have energy, mental health is a thing that is a reality of our world. It's a sane response to an insane world, and it's not something to be ashamed of, but it is definitely something you need to work on, because it impacts your life, your health, and the life of those around you. It's actually really rewarding. It's actually something that I will never remove my spiritual and mental health well-being from my life. ever again, regardless of how busy and overwhelmed I get. So anyway, there's ending a juice fast. Again, if you've got any questions, pop them in the comments, and I'll happily respond. I know I'm supposed to ask you to press like or something because of YouTube algorithms, but I'm not doing this to make money. I'm doing this to help others heal. So anyway, that's me. Have a fantastic day, and happy juicing, or happy whatever you're up to in your life. And I will talk to you again soon. Bye for now.